You guys have been recommending this microphone to me to test out for quite some time now, and I really hate that it took me this long to get my hands on it. The Samson Q2U is genuinely a very good package, especially when you keep that $60 to $70 price tag in mind. So today I'm going to be telling you all about it, and well, introducing the Samson Q2U, let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we continue, don't forget that I have a Twitch channel that you can go ahead and follow me on for live microphone reviews and much more than that. But you're also going to find my Twitter, my Instagram, and a link to the Tech Summit Discord in the description. So come join the community because it is a pretty cool one. We've also opened up a Patreon as of late where if you join, you'll be automatically entered to win one tech gadget every month in our exclusive giveaways. Details to that are going to be down below. Don't forget to check out the description for everything. Now let's get right into the video. I'm going to be recording this entire review with this microphone so you can hear what it sounds like for content creation, and I'm also going to be streaming with it tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time so that you can ask all of your questions live. The links to my Twitch are going to be down in the description. And now let's begin with an unboxing. It does come in a super simple box, but it comes with a lot of things in the box that will definitely come in handy for a lot of people. And it's going to come with the microphone itself, a windscreen, instructions, an XLR cable, a mini USB cable, a shock mount or mounting clip, and even still a little tripod as well. Not to mention that leather pouch for travel. This is honestly a really good package. The exterior design of this microphone is honestly really good. It is made of solid metal that feels cold to the touch. This microphone surprised me with the build as it is just so solid and it feels like a very tanky microphone. It's got its heft too, and even using it in hand feels pretty nice honestly, like if you want to use it in karaoke style. And speaking of which, it does resemble one of those microphones incredibly well here, so like it does kind of give the impression that it is meant to be used for like handheld use, but hey. On the surface, you are going to find an on and off switch, which is to turn on this microphone on and off, and works both in USB and an XLR as well. And you can find the gain buttons, which are very nice to press, but it only works in USB mode. And then on the bottom, you're going to find an XLR port, a mini USB port, and a headphone jack for no latency monitoring. One of the things that makes this microphone so special is going to be the fact that this is both a USB and XLR microphone. And this is already a good dynamic microphone for the money if you're using it as a USB microphone. This is awesome too because you do get no latency monitoring with that headphone jack, and honestly that's already very good. Like you're not going to find that in a lot of microphones at around this price range, to be honest. So this is already a great value just as a USB microphone, and this is the kind of sound that you should be expecting out of it in that setting regardless. However, I do prefer to use this microphone mostly in the XLR setting, and that's how I've been using it so far in order to record this entire review. And now this is a cardiodynamic microphone with a frequency response of 50 Hz to 15 kHz, and it is addressed from the front just like this, as you have been seeing me do the entire time. And now let's get into the actual sound test. I'm going to be doing this section without any background music so that you can hear what this microphone sounds like at its fullest. This microphone sounds pretty good. Sound rejection is also going to be pretty good here. However, this seems to have a great emphasis on the highs from what I hear, so I don't really love the default sound per se. However, you can still squeeze quite a bit out of this microphone, to be honest. So when it comes to the sound quality, you can expect in USB, this is basically as good as it is going to get without any kind of virtual EQ or anything like that. And in my opinion, a hardline EQ is going to be a lot better for customizing the sound on any microphone. However, it does depend on what software you use to apply an EQ to your microphone, of course. And I'm going to be doing a test with an EQ applied on my Yamaha MG10XU. If you have an EQ like the one on the Go XLR, which is purely software based, you can still get some very amazing results out of this. Like it really does depend on which EQ you end up using. And after running this over my EQ, I've actually gone ahead and increased the highs and the lows by quite a bit, and even raised the mids just ever so slightly because this microphone could certainly benefit from some depth and clarity. It's not a super clear sounding microphone by default, and it does seem to be more mid-forward with some emphasis on the highs as well, and a built-in bass roll-off to the graph. At least like that's just what I hear by default, and I much prefer this sound, like the one that I ended up getting on this microphone after doing this EQ test. Now with that said, I'm going to continue to do the rest of this review with the setting on. And in terms of complaints, I really don't have a lot. Sure, the accessories are pretty cheap feeling, You get so much for your money though, that it's not even fair like to complain about it, just considering how much comes in the box, and all of it is pretty useful to be frank as well. I also think that it could have been tuned maybe just a little bit better out of the box, but it's okay, and it still sounds good in its default setting, and I honestly think that that's really good. So in conclusion, I do really like this microphone, and from now on, this will probably be the first microphone that I recommend when people are searching for a microphone around this price range. I mostly used this microphone in the XLR setting, and I think that I got a lot out of this microphone. It's not the best at rejecting noise, but it is still pretty good, and I really can't complain much about this microphone. I don't recommend this over the Movo VSM5 or most XLR condenser microphones, since you will just get a more crisp sound out of those microphones in general because of the nature of them being condenser microphones versus dynamic microphones. However, I can still recommend this over a lot of the cheaper options, since this is already really good, and it offers a very solid upgrade path if you have to use this as a USB mic first and then upgrade to XLR later down the line. So with that said, strongly recommend it. And if you're interested in purchasing this microphone, then I'll be making sure to leave affiliate links down to Amazon in the description. And if you end up using any of my links, then I do get a small commission that does help out the channel quite a bit. So I would appreciate that quite a bit. And also don't forget that we do have the Tech Summit Patreon. I'm going to be leaving links to that down below. If you would like to go ahead and support us, we would like to give back to you as a result. So do make sure to go ahead and check that out, as we do run like monthly giveaways and bonus episodes of the Tech Summit podcast. We're all going to be over there as well. So links to that down below, and there are also going to be links to the rest of my social media like my Twitch, my Instagram, and my Twitter. With that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.